Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff help promote rank of my channel. So we're back to review Marvel's latest What If episode. I missed episode 4, did not watch it, have not watched it yet, have not reviewed it. But the great thing about this show, you don't need to tune in for every single episode to know what's going on. Most of the episodes are contained content, standalone one-offs that they might actually revisit later in season 1 or season 2. I haven't thought much of them so far. I'm a bit more critical than most people that enjoy their Marvel content. I enjoy Marvel content for the most part, the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe content for the most part, but I'm a bit more critical of it than others. And this episode I found to be really flawed. That essentially it's Marvel Zombies. I'm not exactly sure if that's the exact title of the episode. Marvel Zombies, pretty much like the comic book, but this little standalone version takes place during the time of Infinity War. And I've just got all kinds of issues with it. So we'll break down the episode real fast. Just run through it real fast. And then I'll talk about all of its flaws and faults, or some of them along the way as I'm doing this. So Bruce Banner returns to Earth at the time of Infinity War, where Thanos started his invasion, but it was thwarted by a zombie apocalypse in this version, and that stems from Janet Van Dyne contracting a quantum virus in the quantum realm and spreading it. Not sure if that makes much sense, because I thought the quantum realm was the same place across all timelines. Maybe I'm wrong. But Bruce Banner is quickly met with zombie Avengers. He's saved by Wasp and Spider-Man and Doctor Strange's cloak. Doctor Strange's cloak is one of the better parts of this episode. It's interesting to see that cloak be such a vital team member. And after that, we start going into a sort of Zombieland style direction segment, trying to comedically explain away all the rules for dealing with zombies. Peter Parker made a tape. And one thing in here that I found really cool was a nod at Mutant Enemy, the Buffy logo, the Joss Whedon Buffy Mutant Enemy logo. There was a little nod in there to the zombie that's like, arg. I thought that was pretty neat, pretty cool. There are, of course, a lot of callbacks, Easter eggs, and things that reflect things that have already happened in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But I'm not going to get too much into that fan service stuff that really blinds a lot of people from seeing the faults and flaws in the narrative. Our main cast: Bruce, who can't get it up, Spider-Kid, Sarah, not power broker Carter, Happy, depressed Hogan, Bucky, and his pal Michonne from The Walking Dead. The team tracks a beacon of survivors claiming to have a cure, set out to take the subway to it, having to hotwire a subway, pretty much. Point out, in the beginning, when Bruce Banner, that can't Hulk out, does get saved, not by the zombies show up, and technically the zombies do save him, but you've got Iron Man in his suit of armor. They don't really explain how he became a zombie, but you've got Wasp showing up with man-eating wasps that eat these zombies to death, and she never does it again for the rest of the episode. Important to note that she can fly in on these guys, and instead later they try to take a subway rather than fly safely to where the beacon's supposed to be. Maybe I missed something, but that seems really flawed in itself. Back at the subway, this is the moment you have, and the zombies look great, but the subway setting is a great place for a zombie horror setting. A great place for a zombie horror setting. The lighting is effective. It's here. The team start to lose members. It's an odd lack of emotion to the things happening, too, in combination with trying to make you really feel for certain characters. It's just very mismanaged with comedy, apathy, and drama. You would think that Winter Soldier cares more about Cap and Falcon. Great big missed opportunity for just a lot of different things to really sell the horror aspect in this subway station setting, to really get some hard-hitting emotions with him being confronted by Falcon, him being confronted by Captain America. Zombies in here, they do get brutally messed up, brutally disposed of throughout the episode, but there is a lack of blood, gore, and like I said, that's the bad thing about this. Marvel's What If? It's still bound to the same rules of the regular MCU. Wasp sacrifices herself after the whole subway thing. We lose people along the way. Sharon Carter, Happy Hogan. There are a few slightly amusing things in here. Nothing laugh out loud. They get to their destination, and Wasp, since she's already infected and a lost cause, gonna become a zombie. She grows real big to carry the rest of the survivors across a vast crowd of zombies, this massive horde, to the base where this beacon originated from, someone claiming to have a cure to the zombie virus. The zombies won't go past the fence. Vision is there, and it all has something to do with the Mind Stone. Not only that, Vision has cured Scott Lang, who they show is one of the first people to get taken down by zombies. Somehow his head is alive in a jar. It has to do with the Mind Stone, and they think they can cure everybody by taking it to Wakanda. But Scott was one of the first people bitten. Should be dead. Why would one of the first people bitten be able to survive? Like, why was his head? It's not really explained at all. Bucky decides to look around, even though Vision warns him not to, with a sinister vibe and tone to him. He doesn't stop him from trying to look around the base. Bucky finds T'Challa and a powerful, pissed-off zombie Wanda contained behind a glass window. T'Challa's lost his leg. It was one of the first Avengers on Ground Zero. He survived it somehow. And Vision's kept him here to feed Wanda. Wanda's contained behind this glass that she suddenly breaks. Apparently Android Vision, that we know, sensible, wise, is just feeding people to Wanda to keep her alive, even though she's dead. The Mind Stone thing doesn't work on her. You can't cure her. She's too powerful. Forget all of Vision's wisdom and all that. The Vision we know before the show WandaVision. This Vision is sacrificing people to Wanda to keep her alive. Even though I don't think the zombies have to eat that much to stay. I really don't know. They just don't explain things well at all. This Vision very quickly is convinced he's wrong for what he's done. He's like, oh, he wants to save the day after just a few words. He wants to save the day, tries to save what's left of the team, gets them out of there, takes on Wanda, then decides that, to further redeem himself, he's just going to rip the gem out of his head. They can take it with him to Wakanda, because that makes more sense than going with them to Wakanda. He's an android. They don't want to eat him. So, only a few of our people escape with the gem. Wanda is attacking. She attacks Winter Soldier, Bucky. Not sure if he's dead. She escapes. Then Bruce stays behind to make sure everybody else can get away, because he realizes his skin can't be penetrated because Hulk's trying to come out, and Hulk does come out. You don't get to see much of Hulk, but you do have some fight sequence in there that's very minimal, and then you've got the heroes trying to escape to Wakanda on this flight. Undead Wasp comes back and tries to stop them, but they're able to get away, and it's really cool that to have a giant undead zombie. That would have been cool to see more of. But they escape. Wanda, I think she just flew off, and then Bucky, who the hell knows, and Hulk's just fighting all these zombies, and before it all comes to an end or whatever, you get to see Wakanda surrounded by zombies, got their force fields up, and you get to see a zombie Thanos with most of the Infinity Stones and the Gauntlet. How he died would that also needs some explaining. They just have so many things in here that need explaining, and they just gloss right over it. So Thanos is a zombie. He had most of the stones on his gauntlet, but he's a zombie. Why do mindless Husk have the ability to use their powers, these zombies, while they have, like, Wong being able to use magic, Captain America using his shield? But more importantly, why does Hawkeye, who was just a human, remember to use his bow with such precision? Because he's the one that gets Sharon with an arrow. Not thought out at all. I don't know if it's because it's animation, they don't take it as serious. 4 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Stay awesome. Rock on.